Hi, welcome to the Pur'N'Kleen podcast, episode number 24. My name is Rommel, and today we're going to talk about creating an income statement. In today's episode, we're going to show you how you can create a basic income statement for our fictitious Star Citizen mining organization. So, financial statements. There are various kinds of financial statements that you can create to think about the finances for your business, and this can be your income statement, cash flow statement, balance sheet. Now, income statement is by far the most important because at the basic level, it tells you how much money is coming in and how much money is coming out. Since this is a video game and not an actual company that has to answer to the government and taxes and investors, it makes sense to me to stop at the bare minimum to model your finances, and you can do this just fine with the income statement. So that's what I'm going to do. So here is a sample income statement that I have created for the Star Citizen mining organization that we have been talking about. So you can see that there's two columns, and again, this is a very simple example. They can be much more complicated. And on the right-hand column, I have everything grouped by the calendar year for our, the business year. And on the left-hand column, we have the various items that we want to itemize. So our first section is revenue, and you want to list the units sold for the year. And we have gone ahead and said that we have sold 1,296 tons per year. And the way I have come to that number is by multiplying 108 tons per month times 12, and that's just an arbitrary number that I picked to start with. So it seems reasonable that I will be able to sell 108 tons of gold. And then from our previous episode on understanding our unit economics, we know that we make a profit of about 1,000 UEC per sale. So that brings our total revenue for the year to 1,296,000 UEC. Now we want to list our expenses. So our cost of goods sold, which are variable costs, we have our raw materials, which I have again guesstimated to be 60,000 UECs for the year. We have new equipment, new ships, hardware repairs, which again I have simplified by grouping them, but you may want to separate them and itemize them even further if you want. But I have gone ahead and said that it's going to be 180,000 UEC per month. This may be a little bit low. We'll see. I mean, we do have LTI. So, again, these are estimates. And which brings our total variable costs for the year to be about 240,000 UECs. Next up, we want to list our fixed expenses, or our operating expenses, in other words. We have warehouse and hangar spaces fees in maintenance, and we went ahead and estimated those to be 240,000 UECs. We have customer service, which is 120,000 UEC, and we have marketing costs. Maybe we want to have a dedicated marketing person, and we budgeted 120,000 UECs. Which means our total operating expenses, if you add those up, is 480,000 UECs. And our total expenses, if you add our variable and fixed costs, are 720,000 UECs for the year. Now, if you subtract your total revenue and you subtract your total expenses, you get your net income, and it's 576,000 UECs. So now we know how much income we made for the year of 2946, and go ahead and give yourself a pat on the back and distribute bonuses, and hurrah. Another thing to keep in mind is your burn rate. So in the eventuality that this number is not positive, that you're actually losing money, then you want to know what your burn rate is. And the burn rate is just a measure of how much money a company is losing per month. So the way you calculate it is your total cost per month minus your profits per month gives you your burn rate. So it could be that you're bleeding 60,000 UEC per month. And in our case, we don't calculate our burn rate because we're actually making money. So that's it. In this episode, we have created a simple income statement for our Star Citizen mining organization. We also introduced the concept of burn rate and what this means for your organization in case you're losing money. And in the next episode, we are going to take this data and we are going to show you how to create a financial projections for your Star Citizen organization. The Pur'N'Kleen podcast is a free Star Citizen podcast aimed at tackling the business side of the verse. Our episodes air every Monday. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and check us out at pur'n'kleen.com. So we have warehouse and hangar spaces expenses, we have customer service expenses, we have marketing expenses, we have raw materials and new equipment hardware repair expenses.